All right, we live, y'all. We are live. I only listen to 90s music. We are in the house and we have special guests with us. My man Sleepy from Just Posted Podcast. Make sure y'all go over to Just Posted, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Then my counterpart from Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We won't talk about that as a whole thing in this episode for other reasons that are known offline. But my co-host, Miss St. Angelus Dom Lovings, we are in here. Make sure you go over to St. Angelus and subscribe over there as well on the YouTube. And if you're listening and watching on Facebook, go on over to I Only Listen to 90s Music. Make sure you like, subscribe over there, and give us. We almost at 1,000 over there, folks. So we pressing on our way there. And if you're on YouTube, go over to the Facebook group. I Only Listen to 90s Music and join the Facebook group where we talk about all kind of musical stuff in there. So let's get all the housekeeping off the way. Stacy, how are you doing?
I'm alive. Woke up this morning. I can't complain. I still got my edges, and I feel like that should be celebrated. So
that's it.
That's that. A lot of girls woke up this morning.
Scott, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm feeling all right. We losing this hour of sleep messing me up, but I'm enjoying this sunlight though. I'm enjoying this extra sunlight.
That part.
Yeah, the only problem is that your kids want to go outside and play though.
Now, we had to go bike riding earlier.
See, I already knew. Sleepy, how you been, my brother? You want to tell a little bit about Just Posted for everybody that that are just joining in?
Yeah, if y'all haven't checked us out, please do. It's me and my boy Doja. We just talking about pretty much what's moving the culture, what's going on, current events. We do some politics, we do sports. If you're trying to tap in, come mess with us, man. It's a good time over there.
I have been trying to get a guest spot on that show for a minute, and I don't know who the gatekeepers are. But
I didn't know.
I've asked, and I was like, I actually was trying to do like a world tour, and I was like, I'm gonna go visit all the podcasts. I made it to Dom, and then I ain't been back nowhere since. So I don't know if I did bad.
Hey, Daryl, what happened, man?
I just
y'all shoot live in person. How you gonna do a live with her if she in Dallas?
We doing a live right damn now.
Yeah, but they like to do theirs in person more.
I don't care. Look at my face.
We can talk
like
about how to make it work.
We can get in like ESPN though, like she, on site. We can get in there.
I feel like he's talking to me like I don't have airline miles. Like that's what he just said to me. He just told me that
like she's stuck.
Like that I'm too broke to get a $200 flight on Southwest.
I wasn't saying that. Daryl might have been. I would never.
You just told me that I ain't got enough airline miles to get to St. Louis. So
next time you in St. Louis, you on the show. There you go. How about that?
I hope. I don't know.
The door is open.
The door is open. The basement is open.
Hopefully, I got enough gas to get wherever y'all be at. I don't know.
Here we go.
I'll make sure you get there. Lyft, Uber, you in there. Don't worry.
All right, let's jump into our topics, y'all. So Nelly goes on the shop. Shout out to Maverick Carter, Sleepy's people up there, all his Clevelandites, and I don't even know is Akronites. Is that a word?
We really gonna do that today? That's what we doing?
Yes.
No, I'm just trying to set the table. I'm just trying to set the table for people. That's all. Nothing.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you because this is not my show. I just want the world to know what Sleepy and I are talking about. And Sleepy is randomly a Cleveland Cavs fan, and he is from St. Louis. So we're trying to make this is what you call nigga math. And a lot of times nigga math don't make sense.
But this math makes perfect sense. If you will allow me to take you, it's an easy journey. I got family in Toledo. I got family in Columbus. I lived in Columbus for 6 years. Ohio State, stand up. I'm a Cavaliers fan.
Did you attend?
But I've been a Cavaliers fan since I was a kid.
Did you attend
Ohio there?
What's up?
Did you attend Ohio State?
Yes.
Oh, well.
And there's a transcript that can.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I'll be looking that up a little bit later.
I was up there for 6.5 years.
Hold on, Sleepy. You trying to act like you just was up
went
on
to
the
Ohio
yard.
State for 6.5 years?
No, I lived in Columbus. Actually, I lived in a little suburb called
what I
Dublin.
heard was that he was at Ohio State for 6.5 years. I know what I heard.
Okay, this is how now nigga math is mathing again. I lived in a suburb called Dublin, right outside of Ohio, of Columbus, in Franklin County.
I have yet to hear the word Cleveland. I'm sorry, and I apologize.
Oh no, okay.
There's only one
I don't know a lot
NBA
about
team in the state, though.
There's only one NBA team in the state.
I'm just saying, like you mentioned Columbia and Dublin and some county. I have yet to hear Cleveland.
All right, so Pete, I hate Chicago. I hate the Bulls. The Cavaliers and the Bulls used to be rivals.
Oh.
I became a Cavaliers fan based upon having family in the state, as well as they were rivals against a team that I hated.
Shout out to Brad Daugherty.
Shout out to Brad Daugherty, baby.
Craig Elo.
Okay.
Mark Price.
Mark Price.
Well, I'm sorry.
Big Nash in the building. Ryan Harper in the building. Let's go.
Let's keep it on music, though.
I'm sure that those are real people.
Daryl, let's move on because he said he went to college for 6 years at one place. So continue.
I hate you. You know what? This is live. I'm gonna let you get that one off. You got that one. Now, undergrad, I was there for a minute.
The people that you named, I'm sure, are real people. I've never heard of them, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm sure that they are Googleable. And then Scott seemed like he knew what you were talking about.
Scott named 3 of them. I was.
Listen, all right, look, we gonna.
I was a basketball fan in the '90s.
I was he was a huge
Orlando
Magic and Penny Hardaway
fan. Okay,
I'm still an Orlando fan.
Scott Skiles in the building. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in that topic, y'all. Let's jump into it.
What Nelly said, man.
Nelly,
so Nelly goes on the I don't want to say the pivot. Goes on to the shop, and he says that his era of hip hop was the hardest era of hip hop. I thought that was a simply good statement. I didn't think it was causing this much controversy.
He didn't lie.
He didn't lie. Nothing was said. Look, only dudes moving units is M Pimp Juice and Nuts. There's a reason that statement was said. It wasn't said just because Jay needed an extra line.
Hey, she's not wrong.
Like, that's it. I mean, at that time, the only people that were pushing music or were moving units like that were Eminem, Nelly.
And you still got Cash Money.
And that's it. And then even, so is what I just read. So the recording industry, the RIAA, whatever, they ranked him the 4th best-selling hip-hop artist in American music history, and that was in 2014. And that was behind Jay-Z, Eminem, and Tupac. So this is when I'm like,
it's just a different time. Because think about the having to physically get in your vehicle or ask your parents to take you somewhere to get an album. When certain albums drop, I remember going to Walmart. Y'all remember Walmart was 24 hours? And
absolutely.
They were stocking the shelves at midnight, putting shit out. So you physically, like the fact that Nelly has gone diamond, we don't talk about that enough. Like, you know how many units you have to move in order to go diamond? And people want to piss on Nelly's name all the time. I'd be ready to fight.
Yeah, it's like this, right? We can argue like, oh, Nelly wasn't the greatest lyricist of all time. I'm not putting him in that top 10. But what I am not going to do is sit here and pretend like this man did not dominate for a couple of years, right? Like Country Grammar comes out, then Nellyville comes out. I mean, like it's
Country Grammar, then Saint Lunatics album.
Like Nelly was everywhere. He was at the Super Bowl with Aerosmith doing Rock This Way. Like he was at the Rock and Jock Bebop. Like he was everywhere.
He was everywhere.
Like that didn't happen is insane to me.
And keep in mind, Nelly was able to do this in the heart of like downloading, in the heart of like bootlegging was at an all-time high at that time.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't just get a single. Kids just listening to one song. You can go buy a cassette single, a CD single. That was it.
The maxi
single. Go buy it.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, no, it'd be the maxi singles though.
Like, you
alternate version.
Purchase it. Like, you still had to go physically go get it. There was no, let me go online and go find it and I can listen to it immediately. No. Right. You might have to wait till Friday till you got paid or your mama got paid to go get what you got to go get. Like there was no instant downloading or listening to music. So you had to go. And if let's say if your grandma only had one good hit, I used to the whole album.
What was that store where you could listen to Blockbuster Music?
Blockbuster Music.
Blockbuster Music.
You can do it there too.
Yeah, I want to say it's another store that used to let you do it.
You can listen to Street Side too.
The Street Side,
yeah.
Warehouse.
I mean, just think about how many people he had to go against in that era. Like, this is like the era of the 80s in basketball, where like everybody was like a killer.
Yeah,
like,
so you mentioned DMX, Jay, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda. All of that was happening 99, 2000. And he left off people. Stacey. 99 and 2000.
He left off people. Was still coming out.
He left off people. He just was naming those solo art, like just that, like bam, bam, bam off the top of his head, and like that's like that top tier. But like I said, we forget Cash Money took over for the 99 and the 2000.
And then you still got your legendary. You still got LL still rapping. Scarface.
Outkast.
Yeah, because what Stank On You came out 2000, 99?
2000.
Yeah.
So he had a ridiculous amount of competition at that time. And he's like, it's simply what he said was, we were all fighting to be number one. We were all fighting for that one spot. And they weren't.
And you know who we remember? Nelly.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, Snoop. Remember, Snoop was like it was an old man out there doing his thing still too with the Neptunes at that same time.
He came back with Beautiful.
Yeah, he
Beautiful. Dropping like this high.
Brought him back in.
Dropping like this high was what, 04?
I attribute that to like a little later when we get like.
It's 04. So, but I won't.
It's a little later.
Yeah,
but like at the height of Nelly's career.
Yeah, I'm with.
I think for us being in St. Louis and being so like immersed into the Nelly culture, the Nellyville, if you will, I was much younger than y'all, so I was in middle school when Nelly dropped, and so ultimately. Not really understand.
Oh, man, I don't like that. Who
wow.
I didn't age anybody. I didn't say I said I'm a little younger. But not drastically. You know.
You were in middle school.
Yeah, Nelly dropped. I was in middle school.
Why was you in parties? Wait a minute.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about that. When you
my God.
That is why it's important for you to know the plug. Don't forget when you was taking grad classes at Webster, I was in undergrad.
I wasn't at Webster.
I don't know your real.
I didn't go to school at Webster.
Ohio State.
At this point, Sleepy, I'm gonna have to ask to see some credentials because
I didn't go to Webster at all.
Okay, so when you were recruiting at Webster, I was in undergrad. But again,
I was dating somebody at Webster. I was just dating somebody,
That's why
I thought you was recruiting, for
your fraternity.
I didn't know. You was there, okay? You was there. That's why I synced you. So ultimately, I don't think I understood, and we didn't really understand the Nelly. Like Nelly kind of taking over globally. And I didn't really catch it until I went to Vegas. I went to Vegas randomly, and they used to have that day party at the Hard Rock. And Nelly and the Lunatics, like they performed. It was like right when his brother got out. So it's like all of them niggas, yeah. And so it's just like it. I mean, the magnitude. It was thousands of people. No, all the work. I didn't know. My guy was like, yeah, we was walking vocal, wearing the band-aid under our eye. I was like, in LA?
No, this is the thing, Dom. I don't know if it's Sleepy. When you were at that party at St. Louis University at the Bush Center, and they played when Country Grammar first came out, like spring break. I came back home.
I was there.
That's what I'm saying. I know you were there, and they played it 10 times in a row. No, I'm for real. Really? And it was like, and I'm talking about, and people were on it. I'm talking about it was. I'd never seen an energy like that, like in St. Louis, because previously we didn't have anybody to really hang our hat on from St. Louis. So people, country. I mean, it was only Country Grammar at the time because the original was called Hot Shit. That was the original name of it. And I'm talking about they played it 10 times in a row. You remember that, Sleepy? They played like 10 times in a row.
Bro, we pledged not too long after, and we would go on road trips. We wouldn't even take real clothes with us. We just take Alpha Gear and St. Louis hats and just get all the love. Nelly put St. Louis just on the map, period, dog. It was a time to be alive.
Do you know how many women were messing with St. Louis men because of strictly off of Nelly?
Off of Nelly.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I tried to stop.
So Nelly got pussy.
Based strictly on it.
Hey, I ain't saying he did. I ain't saying he didn't, but I definitely dap Nelly up if I saw him. He good with me.
Oh my gosh.
If I got to pick a side, I'm Team Nelly over Ali all day.
Of course.
For sure.
And look, and shout out to Javon that tells that story about how Nelly and them they were standing outside the Kappa house after a Kappa party. And
I was there.
Yeah, and Javon and they were like, "Yeah, we finna leave." And Javon goes, "I'm gonna go ride with Murph and act like he was with them."
I was at that party. They were outside the Kappa house. My best friend Samantha was absolutely in love with Nelly, and so she's small, she's like 5'1", so she's trying to get through the crowd to get to him. Well, Stacy 5'9" and had some weight on her. We get through.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm, getting it happens out the way. She right behind me and everything. So essentially, right, like she the running back, and I'm just bam, bam, knock people out. And so she gets close enough to him, and then I yell out, "Nelly!" And he looks at me, and I'm like, right there. And he looks at Samantha, and he waves to her, and that's the story.
That's awesome. And Nell put other people on, even if he wasn't rocking with them. We had Chingy, we had Jaquan. Like St. Louis was just a buzz.
Huey,
like
Huey had
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Jibs, Toya,
Pretty Willie, Suella.
Yo, and I didn't know that many people knew Pretty Willie. Like my whole
Will good people.
That part.
Was like when they put him on streaming, and I was like, that this made it past St. Louis.
Yes, he on the Bad Company soundtrack. He on the real soundtrack.
People love that song, "These Four Walls." Like,
that's a good song. I wasn't
a fan, but like,
isn't "Lay Your Body Down" on the soundtrack?
Lay Your Body Down.
It is. It's
Lay Your Body Down.
Like African Reunion soundtrack.
Lay Your Body Down is.
Yeah, it's like I know I've seen this playing. Yeah,
that's awesome. Shout out to Will.
Y'all ain't gonna hate on Nelly. Look, y'all ain't gonna hate on Nelly. We protect Nelly in our city. That's for sure. Because that people don't understand how popping St. Louis was for at least 10 to 12 years because of Nelly. Like seriously.
Definitely a decade, bro. Definitely a hot decade.
I understand that going to SEMO in 2000 was a thing. Like, so as soon as you get there and people like, "Are you from St. Louis?" "Yep." "You know Nelly?" "No."
Oh, somebody said she got a man at home.
It's like, so it's like you know Nelly.
Yep, she got him. Hey,
you knew him or you didn't, or it was a couple of people that was at school that was in the Country Grammar video. Just
yeah, that's my people.
Right, and then like I think after I left, like what 0203, Murphy Lee started going there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like,
yeah, St. Louis gonna ride. We gonna ride for Nelly.
Hold on.
She got a man at home, y'all. That's Pretty Willie's
in
best
the comments
song.
is saying Nelly was okay. Well, we're not gonna do it.
Okay, all right.
We're not gonna do.
Nelly was okay. Who is you?
How dare you?
Who is that?
We're not going to do that.
That's blasphemy right before 314 day. Blasphemy.
Really?
I think people. I think in certain ways, I think Miss St. Louis, including our music, is very misunderstood, and I think it's something that you have to come and you have to know somebody in St. Louis, because don't just pull up. I think that in order for you to understand St. Louis, you kind of really got to immerse yourself in the city and what's going on. And I don't mean go to Midtown like they doing that.
We ain't no Midtown.
It ain't no Midtown. It's like
St. Louis is a city. You got to know somebody. You got to know somebody in the city. You just can't pop up in St. Louis and be like, I'm going out.
Right. And
Atlanta.
understand, because it took me to move away from St. Louis to really appreciate and understand St. Louis. And so now I have like this new love for St. Louis that wasn't there. I was like, well, I can't wait to get about this motherfucker. But once I was gone, it was different. And so I think that's not fair to say that Nelly was okay. And that's good. Some people say Beyonce is okay. And that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. But to discredit him and take away what he has done in music, we're not going to do that. We're not going to negate that. And I felt that the collaboration with him and Budweiser was long overdue. He's been in this game for so long, and it took this entire. How y'all put Big Sean on a Budweiser can before y'all put Nelly?
Big Sean was on the can?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got the.
All right.
I mean, it's InBev now, though, Don. It's InBev now, so I mean, it's not really St. Louis based.
Hey, man, Nelly and the Ticks had everybody wearing Air Force Ones. Like the price went up because of them.
On the internet about somebody was like that. One, we know the Air Force Ones existed before Nelly dropped, but the hype around them absolutely increased once he was wearing them and came up with the song.
Right. And then New York people get mad, especially
New York folks. New York folks they're Soldier Boy. They believe that everything started with them.
They are Soldier Boy.
They are absolutely Soldier Boy. Like New York is an entire state of Soldier Boys who absolutely.
They call them uptowns. They call them uptowns in New York.
Right, exactly. And that's fine. That's great. But let's quit pretending that y'all were really out here wearing Air Force Ones at that time like that. You may have had a pair. You may have had a pair before. Somebody else might have had them, but back in the day, we used to call them buddies. People wasn't wearing Air Force Ones for real.
I knew a New York cats wearing Timbs and Wallabies and bullshit like that.
Whatever, right? Like, quit pretending like you were out here wearing them Air Force Ones. We all know that you were wearing Timbs in the summertime. Stop
your boots.
Stop it. Stop
long shorts.
Stop. Right. I didn't even know Timbs made flip flops, but y'all got them on. So, let's chill out. Quit pretending. Y'all didn't start everything. Everything did not start with y'all. Let it go.
I mean, so what do you all think? I guess the legacy of Nelly, as we wrap up this topic, the legacy of Nelly, going forward, what do we think? What is his legacy in 10, 15 years? Are we, will it be forgotten, or will it be, because let me wrap that into a full statement with this. So I was listening to when Sleepy and them had a viral clip go off about Ali recently on Just Posted, and it'll show where you being referred from. So I went to go look at some other clip, and it was somebody younger, and they were like, all they know is Nelly, and they look like that's like the dude. They don't even care about all the beef that we know about within the St. Louis' older folks. They we don't care about no Ali. I was in kindergarten when Nelly came out. That's what I know.
That's how old Dom was. I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry.
But no,
every time Don come on the podcast, she make me feel real old. I'd be like, damn, really? You was in what school?
That did first off, Dom, I love you.
You did me it was. I was like, I'm gonna laugh a little bit, but it's cool. You got me.
I absolutely love you. But when you just
somebody brought up a good comment here. Hold on, we forgot to get into the country.
I was gonna get there. I wasn't wrapping up. We was gonna keep talking. I think the interesting thing about Nelly is that Nelly has transcended across genres so smoothly and effortlessly, and seamlessly, right? We get that intro on Sweatsuit, and he has to collab with who was Faith Hill husband or ex-husband now? But over
Tim
and
McGraw?
over.
Tim McGraw.
Yeah, Tim
McGraw.
He was married to Faith Hill?
Oh yeah, they were. Let me say this. That was the Jay-Z and Beyonce for me, country music, baby.
Yeah,
like, that's who that was. Like that was the power couple.
Listen, here's the thing. Here's the
Jay-Z and
thing.
Beyonce of country.
Yeah,
they really were.
That's not that's not a crazy statement to make. That's actually not a crazy statement to make. I'm not off.
And so, the interesting thing about even now, when it comes to, Beyonce crossing over into, more into country now, people are remembering that Nelly did that. Like Nelly did had a lot of firsts.
He has a straight up country album. He has a real country album.
He has a country album. He's been touring with those artists for a long time. So he's really, touched on his Houston roots and immersed himself in the culture of country music. And ultimately, I think it's funny because like now people are going back and listening. Oh, I didn't know it was this many Black country artists because, Beyonce has shined the light. So now you're about to see a lot of people kind of jump to the forefront and take advantage of, people discovering them. But I mean, Nelly is that dude. And I think why people try to play in Nelly's face is a lot about, I don't know if it's our age bracket that is like, oh, well, he had this problem or he had that problem. And so they try to deflect and take away from it as
damn.
Didn't start a whole generation.
Who is this? Hey, wait a minute, dog.
No.
I ignored it.
I'm not, but I'm not.
I saw it.
But I'm not going to ignore it.
Are you from St. Louis? Who's saying this? Where you from?
What were they sipping? It's like Down Down Baby is a nursery rhyme. It is, and he made it into a hit song. Okay.
Tell them.
Like, please understand, right? Okay, they made Down Down Baby might have done Sesame Street numbers, but it didn't go diamond. So while you were sitting there on the internet typing with those knobbled thumbs, what I need you to do is calm down, take it down a notch. I know that you're upset because we're talking about something that you could never do.
100%.
Right? I know that upsets you, and it's all right. It's all right.
Well, all right then.
Right. That might be Ali. I wonder if that's Ali's family member. I know
that might be Ali.
It might be Ali.
I just for Nelly's influence, you can say that Nelly inspired and influenced Drake. With the rapping and the singing.
Drake took from everybody.
Drake steal from everybody. Hey,
so ultimately,
Ja Rule, 50 Cent, everybody's singing and rapping.
Everybody was doing that afterwards, and I know some people are like, "Oh, you got LL." I said that's one thing, but you don't have that swag of that country grammar on it. He really made that a thing, and I get in arguments with people about that. I said, okay, if we want to talk about Drake and allow him to enter the chat, we also have to recognize that he also drew. We're going to say inspiration. I'm not going to say take today.
Boy, that boy be pilfering. He pilfer styles. Quit playing.
I mean, hey, everybody want to look. Now he want to look like Smino. So I mean, hey, whatever.
No, with the hair.
I like his barrettes.
I like Smino's barrette first. That's Smino style, like that emo rapster is what we'll call him.
The fact that you kind of almost called like Drake a raptress tickles me. And from now on, that's what I refer to him as. Raptress. So going forward, that's what I will refer to him as. Drake is a rapper.
Make sure you tag me when you say it.
I will. I can do that.
So, Scott, what do you think his legacy, Nelly's legacy, will end up being?
Man, he cemented as I'm not as a GOAT, but as one of the highest selling hip hop artists. Like you said, he was number 4 behind MJ.
Yeah, and that was the recording industry. That's what they named him. That was in 2014.
And
one man that's dead.
Oh yeah, Pop. Yeah. Jay came out with 20 albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in a good you in a good spot.
And he'll be at a tour forever with all them songs. Let's not get it twisted.
He only got a tour off them 2 albums and a couple tick songs, and he good.
As he was saying that he didn't want to. He almost didn't do the tour with Janet because He's like, it was a point where I didn't open for nobody. So it was like the idea of opening for her, but then it was like, well, there's Janet.
That's Janet Jackson.
That's Janet Jackson, bro. Gotta pick and choose your battles.
And you have a child allegedly on the way, so you go get the check.
Allegedly. Still allegedly.
I said allegedly.
We
ain't seen swollen feet yet.
Let that man live.
Yeah, I'm letting him live by go on tour, secure the bag, because now you got to put a kid through college. Rest of them kids grown.
All right.
All right, man. Next up, man, we want to give an RIP to Boss, man, the rapper Boss.
Yeah, right.
Dog.
Man.
Yeah, she just passed away yesterday.
Did you find out, Stacey, if how she passed or?
The cause of death has not been revealed, but Boss had been struggling with health-related issues in the years leading up to her untimely passing. In 2021, DJ Quick was actually helping her find a new kidney. So according to that GoFundMe page, she was suffering from renal disease, and that rendered her kidneys useless for processing toxins in her body. In 2017, she suffered a major stroke and seizure. So at that time, in 21, she was in desperate need of a kidney transplant. So I don't know if that happened for her or not. I'm assuming that she's probably on dialysis. But she on Monday, she passed away. She was 46.
46. Damn. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey, look,
was the first female MC that was signed to Def Jam. I didn't know. I had no clue. And then they mentioned her album. Like she only had the one album, Born Gangsters, and but it was the producers on there were like Jam Master Jay, MC Serge, Eric Sermon. It had cameos from like Onyx. So for people that don't know who Boss was, like she had how many videos? One or two? Like a couple of videos? But it's like
she had at least two.
It's almost
I can only remember two.
Like she left as soon as she came. Like I think it was what they found out that she wasn't really a gangster.
She's from the suburbs. She's from the suburbs.
Yeah, and that, which is so crazy that ruined her. Like that idea that she was.
I don't care. She has one of the best songs ever. I don't give a fuck. Not a single solitary fuck. I don't give a fuck. All in one line. That's one line, folks.
It's crazy how
back then you couldn't beat Drake. You had to be real.
Yep.
You had to be.
It's hardcore.
Nowadays, like, look at what's the little motherfucker that played for the Grizzlies that grew up in the suburbs? John Morant. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like it's crazy how that has shifted and how important it was back in the day.
Definitely a goofy. Correct.
Live the life that you were portraying, and now it's just like, oh well, whatever. I'm just gonna flash a gun and I'm
cool. I mean, so she released that album in '93. So think about rap culture in '93.
Gangster rap.
We in the heart of gangster rap.
Like you damn near had to get on stage with the gun and shoot it just to ensure that the audience was paying attention.
It was either you was hardcore or you was shaking ass with Luke.
Those were the options.
You pick your poison.
Right, because at that point you couldn't be a woman shaking your ass. Like we hadn't got there yet. You couldn't be a rapper and you had to pick one. Yeah. Now though, honey, in 2024 we have evolved. I can rap and shake my ass.
Hey,
and sell pussy on the side if I want to.
Stacey, what if Smooth came out in today's era?
Bruh. That's all I'm saying.
Nita S.
Did
you say Smooth? Strawberries on top of me, Smooth?
Yeah, I think she'll hit in this era.
That's a good ass song.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what ruined her legacy. Y'all already know.
Doing a song with Immature.
You already know.
Doing a song with Immature.
You know who it is. A young Christopher Stokes.
Yeah.
Yep. Because they know what we really know, and then everybody around, I just be looking at them crazy. just be looking at them like, yeah. So we're not gonna talk about it. So we not gonna do. One day there'll be a surviving Chris Stokes. One day.
Oh wow.
I thought weren't they trying to make the doc?
They might be. Wait a minute. Speaking of
I
random
know,
ass
I know what Raspy said. I know what Quinn said. We got
R.I.P. Quentin.
You got a
Quinn Dunn, y'all. Like,
I'm sorry, Quinn Dunn. Yeah, Quindon Tarver.
Like I said, Quindon in my St. Louis accent, Quindon, and we gotta find half pint parents and half pint.
That's old boy from House Party.
Yeah, that's old boy from House Party. When, like, for people that don't know, the album with Never Lie is the second Immature album.
And they were rappers originally, not singers.
Correct.
They were.
Well, on the first album, wasn't it like a gang of kids?
I think it was only three. It was only three.
It was just them.
So the only person who wasn't there was
when
Batman.
they was on Apollo or something.
No, they was beefing. They had beef with Another Bad Creation though. They was beefing with ABC.
Look, everybody was beefing with ABC.
I know Chris Cross was.
No, Chris Cross was beefing with ABC.
I am saying we got to start singing. We got to sing now. We can't rap no more.
Like by the time Immature came out, they were simply put, there was no. The beef with
no, hold on, Stacey, before you go with that. Then Illegal came out, and then they really knew they had to get out the game when
Illegal.
Wait, do I need to bring
the youngsters? These dudes looking like Onyx, and they only 13. We had to get up out. We got to get up out of here.
Time to sing. Give me a ballad, Chris Stokes. Give me a ballad, baby.
There were a lot of kitty rap groups.
Let's see what Tevin Campbell's doing.
Like Perfect Gentleman left a nice little void for the field.
Okay, so I've never heard of this group called Illegal, but it's a dude. Y'all remember? What's the show?
Monica's song "Dissing Like That"? You know the song "Don Dissing Like That" by Monica. That's Malik. Is one dude that own the rap owner is from Illegal.
Oh, okay.
Bro, this is the age gap right here, folks.
He crazy.
What was the name of that one black show that had one? My Brother and Me. This nigga looked like goo.
I'm surprised you know what show that is.
You talking about Jamal from Illegal? Jamal.
Yeah.
What
one of them like Russell Simmons' nephews or something?
Hey,
Jamal was. Yeah. Jamal was. No, Jamal. And then if y'all remember, it was a lot of not predatory, a lot of nepotism going on at Def Jam. Y'all remember the group? What was that? It was the horrorcore group that was on Def Jam. They did song "Evil Live." Check. Help me out. We get so live, evil.
Like
and
early 90s?
Yeah, mid 90s. It was the first horrorcore rap group, and that's Russell Simmons is their youngest brother. Okay. So Russell, Joe, which is Run, and then the third brother.
You put out a song I ain't never heard in my life. I don't know nothing about that song.
It's called Evil Live. Hold on.
The dissertation that he gave me on Shaq alone. Dale is like probably the most interesting person that I know.
You should know about Shaq rapping though. Like you should have known about that.
Where they
called Shaq was doing numbers like that rapping. I really you have to
every time.
I was like I knew Shaq because he played for the Magic or whatever. I too knew Penny Hardaway. So
the Flatliners.
I was like, I raised my hand. Like Don was talking, I'm like, the Flatliners. The song was called "Live Evil," and it's the second and final single released from the Flatliners debut album.
Awesome, because I've never heard this song.
I remember going to the box.
I think I've seen clips of the video.
No, it used to come on the box all the time. It used to come on the box all the time.
Yeah, that what Insane Clown Posse.
Send me the song later, bro. I gotta hear it.
Yeah, I will. It's not that good though. I mean, I'm just letting you know the hook is the pull in. What I just said is the best part of it. We get so live, evil. That's it. That's all you got.
Songwriters were someone named Red Rum, Tempest.
Red Rum is Simmons' brother, right?
Someone named Red Rum, someone named Tempest, and someone named Gravedigger.
Oh, that was
the single before Live Evil was called Satanic Verses. Now, I done told you that me and Jesus have been trying to kick it on the Ave, and I got my
All right,
Bible
so
back
we will
over
let
there.
people know your TikTok for your Bible verse, reading Bible verses with Stacy. Stacy has a TikTok, y'all, reading Bible verses with Stacy.
Did she grab the good book?
Listen, because when it comes to certain stuff like that, I don't even, and as a person that likes to indulge in scary movies and things like that, I have a limit. And when you said Gravedigger, murder, whoever, I was like, Jesus.
Now the group, the Gravediggers, was pretty dope though. The actual group, the Gravediggers, was dope. That was RZA's group.
Yeah, I remember Gravediggers.
Yeah, they was dope.
Okay. Sure.
Oh man. So rest in peace, Boss. Alex, actually, another moment from Boss. Did y'all ever see the movie Strapped?
I did, and yes.
And it was in there. They was driving across the bridge and they playing Bosses. I don't give a fuck, not a single solitary fuck. I don't give, and they like going to do some dumb shit, you know. It's in the movie. Being strapped, right? Yeah, being strapped.
Not giving a fuck.
There was
Shout out
a,
to
yeah,
and Deeper was a shit too, though. Deeper was a fucking dope ass song. Deeper from Boss was fucking dope too.
Gotcha.
R.I.P. Boss.
I said no. Someone mentioned Immature doing the song with Smooth, and I'm like, speaking of random ass 90s female artists, I was gonna bring up Busy Bone.
Okay, hold on. Let me get that clip up for you as you explain real quick. Go ahead.
So, a clip just recently kind of came out with Busy Bone stating that the song "Thug Love" that with Bone and Tupac was originally his song with Silky Fine, Romeo and Juliet thing. And
here we go.
I got in touch with my homegirl, Silky Fine. She gets in touch with Suge, and she tells Suge, look, my homeboy Busy Bone, he want to do a song with Pop. He finally answered. It was on and popping from there. Now, Pop kicked it with Bone like maybe 2 or 3 times, just passing through award ceremonies, and always said, I gotta get one with you. I'm waiting at the studio. All of a sudden, I'm standing outside, and I see a bubble-eyed Rolls Royce. I see a black Rolls Royce. Tupac jump out the bubble eye. The Outlaw's right there with him. We all walk into the studio. I let him hear the beat. He like, oh, that shit. Boom, boom. Bang, bang. He like, oh, shit, this is nice. He immediately started writing this shit. He in the corner writing this shit. I'm tightening my shit up. He like, I'm done, I'm ready. Said, you ready? He was like, I'm ready. And I swear to you, it took him as long as it took for the rap in order to finish. So then it was my turn to get in. So I got in, I took my shirt off, and I got to work. It was Silky Fine on the record. I did 2 verses, and Pac did a verse. I turned it in. This is my solo song. When the song came out, it was no longer my solo song. It became a Bone song. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. It's a business decision. But they took Silky Fine off the record. That hurt me more than anything else.
All right, y'all. All right.
so let me tell you this.
Sleepy's got his hand raised.
Who is Silky Fine?
You don't know
It's
Silky
like
Fine?
Romeo and Juliet.
Okay. I thought it was that Silky Fine.
Yeah. So again,
I'm glad they took her off the song. I'm glad.
As stated, speaking of random ass 90s R&B singers, so I found the original version. I found the version that he is speaking of. Found it on the YouTube.
I listened to it.
It took me 5 seconds to find it. Literally, I typed in Busy Bone Thug Love, and that's what happened. What I'll say is this: the record label made the right decision.
Absolutely.
That's one.
Great answer.
2, Pac's verses are the same. The beat is similar, but the finished product is a lot more cleaned up. It's got a lot more stuff that's in there. Busy's verse on the version that we know is the 3rd verse on the version that he's talking about. And Silky Fine was not needed whatsoever. Not whatsoever.
It seemed like she didn't have that many bars in general on the song.
She had nothing to give, and she showed it. She didn't
I only
say
know it for that one song.
worthwhile. Nothing like it was. I don't know. Maybe she gave Busy a ride to the studio, and that's why she got to say.
You know how it is, like your friend, and you believe in them, and you see the vision, but everybody else don't. Maybe.
I don't know. What I do know is that the record label and the world told Silky Fine that we were not interested.
Yeah, we didn't need that. I haven't even heard her version. I know it's not good. I don't even got to hear it.
It's like I said, after Romeo and Juliet and whatever this was, we never heard from her again. That's all I'm saying.
He's a real friend for wanting to give her props, though. I give him that.
No, what's so crazy is I bet you Silky Fine sitting in some beauty shop being like, I was supposed to be on that pie track. That was supposed to be the thing that's supposed to blow me up. Yeah, I guarantee you right now, she's sitting in the beauty shop saying that right now.
That was my comeback.
See the word comeback. That's just because don't you have to be there to come back to it?
It sounds like she was the connect, though. That's even worse. I do feel bad about that. She the one got him the record.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
She the writing credit or something. They need to give her something. She should. But Suge wasn't gonna do that. So it is what it is.
Not at all. Like I said, the finish, what we know and love as Slug Love was the right decision. It is absolutely
God bless her. God bless Busy Bone too.
Better. So I will y'all can look it up. Like if you're in the Facebook group, I'm about to drop the link in the chat. But if like you can not don't do it right now though. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to try to click off of this. So,
yeah, exactly.
Like as I was saying it, I'm like, no, I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna tell y'all how to find it. No, move forward. Like, no, we still talking. You gotta wait. You write it down.
I just remember that Busy Bone got that song with Immature Give Up the Ghost.
Oh my God. Hey, he was snapping on that though. Give up the ghost. Yeah.
We Got It album was dope. Okay. We're not gonna front like We Got It ain't a hit because you got Feel the Funk on there. You got what's the lead single with Smooth?
Batman.
Smooth Batman. We got it. That's the name of it. Yeah. So I mean the title track.
Well, watch me do my thing.
Yeah, Do My Thing. Like all of that was. I don't think that was on that album. That was just on the soundtrack.
That was on the soundtrack.
Yeah. What was that on? Good Burger? Good Burger. Yeah, yeah, that's the album that I lost interest. But before that, they had me. And then
you open the tape and it had the different color, the different versions of the album for the cover.
They got back when they became IMX. There's a song they got beautiful. The song "Beautiful." That song just touches my heart.
Yeah.
So we're agreeing that when they went to IMX, that's when we all left them, right?
Yeah,
I think everyone left at that point because we were like, "What is this?" and we don't know. But I said, but I do like the song "Beautiful" by IMX. I love that song. But
then they let them get away with trying to do that House Party 4 / Ferris Bueller. I ain't forget about it.
I ain't forget about it.
Making good though.
I'm still mad about it.
But the fact that they were trying to at one point do a House Party 5 when B2K was a thing, yeah, that was going to be a thing.
I gave up on House Party at that point. I was done.
So let me say this. After 3, I was good. Like I didn't need anything else. Yeah. That's fucked up thing is 2 almost made me not watch 3 because I hated. I didn't like 2. The only thing 2 did was give us the idea of doing a pajama jammy jam. That is the only positive thing that comes from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
Go ahead, Don.
I was gonna say, and then the remake, I was like, I tried.
No, I didn't even try.
I didn't even try. Scott saw it, didn't you? Scott.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah. It wasn't terrible, but I don't have to see it again.
See, they missed a golden opportunity to take both a Kid and Play and put them back in as adult fathers, where they basically trying to have a house party because they wives out of town, but the kids trying to do one too because the wives is out of town. Yeah. And you have this, you can infuse all the old school and new school together in one house party.
You need to work in Hollywood, Daryl.
Bro, come out. You should have pitched that.
Yeah.
That's what they.
No, I'm
That's a
saying,
good one.
and you bring all the old people back. You can bring Tisha and them back. You bring everybody back from there.
Yeah, Ray
Get all
Martin
the young
back.
cats. I have.
That's a good ass idea, bro.
The highlight of that movie would be when we see Sheree and her son out somewhere, and her son is Jody.
See,
because
it's all the same universe, right?
Because Play is the father, and it's like it is one of those. No one says it, but we know it.
What?
Right?
It's like she's doing like a Saint Elsewhere thing, Daryl.
Yeah.
What?
Saint Elsewhere thing, concept where basically everything comes. All these TV shows come out of Saint Elsewhere.
Saint Elsewhere.
Yep. You know, it's that whole. Y'all ever heard that concept, right? Where
yes, I know.
All this stuff is in this little boy's globe here, and all these different shows are spawns off of Saint Elsewhere.
I mean, well, I do that. Like there are so many shows that I connect because like this was on this and that happened on blah blah, and this was a guest star on that. So like I have a million TV universes that are in my head of ways that things were connected, especially on the same network.
While we talking about House Party, I got something that might be blasphemous.
Okay, go ahead.
I like Class Act more than House Party.
I was going to say that.
I like Class Act more than House Party.
You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. I want to.
I just did it. What you mean I can't do it? I just did it.
I get why you say that.
Hey, Class Act good as hell, bro. It's
no, Class Act is good.
It's good as hell.
House Party was so the moment and the cast of people in there.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying what I like. I like. I'm gonna watch Class. If they both are on TV at the same time, I'm watching Class Act.
Yeah, I like Life more than Coming to America. If we go in there.
And I'm the person, I don't like Life.
Damn, I gotta throw a flag. I need to stop this before we get ourselves canceled.
And like I told you, I ain't never seen Belly, but I was told I ain't got to.
You ain't got to see Belly. It's the greatest bad movie of all time. It's a great, horrible movie.
I'll say this. At this point, if you've seen the intro scene, you've seen Belly.
That's it. Yeah, Nas is the worst.
I heard all the money.
All the money went to the intro scene.
It's a horrible good movie. It's like it's so bad, but
and it could have not been. It's
exactly
like the movie is going one way, and then all of a sudden it is not, and you're like, is this still the same? Did we change the channel? Like, what is this? Why are we?
That's what I heard. That is exactly what I heard.
Like, all of a sudden, it just gets very confusing, and you think, and you remember, you know what? I don't care. And you change it. You turn the channel. Like, I don't care. I don't have. But yeah, once you see the first scene, like that intro scene, you're good. You're done.
Should I call it a horrible good movie or a good bad movie? Whichever way you want to go. It's not that great though.
It's the same thing. Okay. It's the same thing. So as we move on in our topics, man, this one is an interesting one to me. Tank says Fabulous is the best rapper over R&B beats
of all time, or just period.
Of all time.
He did say of all time. He said Fab may be the best R&B collaborator. No, Jay Valentine said Fab may be the best R&B collaborator of all time. And
so again, we're gonna act like Nelly don't exist.
Yeah. Then Tank said nobody raps on R&B better than Fabulous. So what I think what we got to differentiate here is that they're talking about rapping on an R&B track.
So feature like a feature, like he's featured on it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not like that, but like literally. So think about Fab on Tamia on I'm So Into You, right? Fab is on that track. The beat's not changed, nothing. Like the soul of the song isn't lost anywhere, but he's floating on that track. So I'm not giving him number one. I'm not saying he's number one. I have to think about it, but if we are talking about rapping on an R&B beat, most of the songs that I like by Fab are those songs
or his feature
on that R&B feat.
His feature song.
Hey, she's not wrong about that. I like Fab features a lot.
It's not even the features. It's the song Baby, right? I love that song. And that beat, that's not a rap beat.
The Michael Jackson sample.
Yeah.
I would like to bring LL Cool J into the chat here. And he would like to have a discussion with you all about over R&B beats.
Okay.
I
mean, honestly, Nelly would too. Like, let's keep it a buck. Nelly got a whole album full of slow songs called Suits. Like,
Hey, my nigga Nelly do got a double album.
yeah, he got a double album. Also, first rapper to be 1 and 2 on the Billboard charts at the same time.
Okay, with the Nelly
LL he did I Need Love. That is alone.
He did. Yeah, LL Walk.
And he's on Keith Sweat's other song, Why Me Baby.
Yep.
He's also on the remix It's On Tonight from
Tell Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan. He's also on another Montel Jordan song. He's on a remix for that too. And then he's on he's on a couple. LL is all over the place when it comes to like R&B.
I mean, he's got Who Do You Love? That's a great
lounging. Yeah.
The doggone song, the big one with Boys II Men.
The Stalker.
Hey Lover, yeah.
Hey Lover.
It's called
Big Stalker.
Hey Stalker.
Sometimes.
Shout out to Michael Jai White. That's his wife. That's the main woman in that movie. Is Michael Jai White's wife. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, though both of these people are credible people, sometimes we have to, ask the question of why. When people say outlandish things, sometimes I always say why, and then I consider the source. Because I like Tank.
What's wrong with Tank?
I know wrong with Tank. I do like Tank. Shout out to Tank because we're in a similar boat, losing our hearing and being deaf. So I, have an extra level of empathy for Tank because I know what that's like to go through that. But yeah, but sometimes it's just the why. Like, why would you say that? What made you say that?
Well, I don't know what they were talking, whatever they were talking about on that leading up to it, because there's whoever else was there with them. Like from the clip that I saw, I think he was talking about Fab, and I think he was mentioning the Tamia song because what he said was like, yeah, like the song didn't change, blah blah, and then they start talking about Fab. So I think that was what the conversation was.
Okay.
I know that Tank has a song with Fab on it, or Fab has a song with Tank, something like whatever. But I'll say this: it wasn't an outlandish claim.
No, it's not as bad as you making it sound.
It's not an outlandish claim. It's not like, it ain't like he really just said some really just like now.
No, it's a great debate. It's a great debate.
But it does.
And and maybe I'm a little biased here. And I used to be a huge Fab fan, but when he knocked that girl teeth out and threatened her daddy, I was over it.
I heard about that. I saw people talking about
I was like, man. I was like, why y'all always gotta do dumb shit? Like, why can't you just be great?
Just be great.
Yeah,
just be great.
This that comment sparked debate. So people have absolutely mentioned Wale. They've mentioned Drake.
Oh, Wale do be floating.
I like Wale.
Yeah, they've mentioned Ja Rule. Somebody mentioned Mace, and then Rick Ross.
Okay, see, the difference is with the Rick Ross beats, they just very rich. It's just something about a Rick Ross beat. I just feel like I just took a bath in gold. I go to the grave before I be a broke nigga.
Grapes and diamonds. You feel rich listening to Ross.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Them horns be coming in. It's just like,
it is. I do. Like I do sometimes in the morning when I'm getting dressed, I'm listening to MC Hammer because I think I love Teflon Don. I love that whole album. And
I Posse on Broadway is correct.
I'm like, I do that. I got 30 cars and a whole lot of dancers, and I do take them everywhere because
I'm MC Hammer.
I'm MC Hammer. Like that is, he talking that shit.
It said, my Posse on Broadway says Fab can't do a complete album. That's why he can do R&B tracks.
Factual.
Yeah.
Fab albums be trash, bro.
I don't
think he has a classic album.
Has anybody really bought a Fabulous album? Like, let's be for real. I'm not even trying to hate
one. I was gifted one.
I bought his first album back in the day.
It came out same day as Blueprint. I bought both of them.
Yep.
Is that with the Nate Dogg joint on there?
That was September 11th, wasn't it?
Yeah, 9/11.
That
was the one with
that's Nate Dogg, right? Nate Dogg on there, right?
Nate Dogg and the Neptunes. No, them on
Yeah, I have Real Talk. I was gifted Real Talk. And then I liked Loso's Way.
Have I owned a Fabulous album?
I've never owned
Stacey's
And
like,
so
nah.
because I was gifted the album, and I had liked,
What
different
was this
songs.
gift for?
All right, so
It was
somebody
a
said,
Christmas
shout out, I know, shout out to Keontae. She's in there. She
I
says,
already
no
know that's
Sunday.
Keontae.
no
Yeah,
Fab.
You
Sunday will
already
be.
know
I
that.
knew it was happening.
You
I
already
knew
know
it was
Keontae.
coming.
Yeah,
I'm
no, but
thinking,
so
though, I don't think I've ever
I
owned a
got
Fab
it was a
album,
Christmas
but
gift.
Why were you gifted a Fab album? What occasion was this?
Ask my cousin Terry, okay? Ask Terry.
Do they like
'Cause
you?
I was confused. I was confused too, because I was like, did I ever say this aloud? So I was like, I didn't want
Got
to
a
be
Fab
ungrateful.
album.
Right. So the least I could do, because I got it for free, was listen to it. And I like Fab, so it made me listen to other stuff, and I like Loso's Way. I can't remember a track, but I can remember a track from Real Talk though. He got a song called Tit for Tat with Pharrell that I like.
Gotcha.
see,
I just can't think. I can't think of any occasion where a Fab album is appropriate. Like I don't know what.
I don't know. Like it was really
Silencio.
random, and I didn't know and it was weird because my cousin had never gotten me a Christmas gift before, so it was really random. Like he gave
I-
It's this
Janelle and I
Fab
like
album.
So let me ask you this: was it still in the plastic? Because I kind of feel like somebody gave it to her and then she gave it to you.
well, he gave it to me, and it was still in the plastic. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
he gave my sister a CD too. But I feel like it was an artist that she liked. So it was just really,
Fab can rhyme though.
strange.
Fab can rhyme though. Now, yeah.
Oh yeah, let me stop hating on Fab. Fab
Yeah,
can
yeah.
rap.
Fab can rhyme though. Like let's
Nice.
little disclosure.
I like him. I like his
Keontae
verse
is
on the
getting very,
Christmas
very
remix.
upset in the chat room, and Keontae's getting very upset in the chat room.
no, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I've ever owned an album, but I do remember when Holla Back came out, that was my shit. And I would literally get out the phone with people and be like, all right, then Holla Back, whoop whoop. And as I'd hang up, like people. And
I listen to the soul tapes. That's mainly what I
But
listen
it's like, yeah,
See, those were good. Those were
he's got
good.
some. I like his old Clue stuff. I like his old DJ Clue stuff.
I listen to
No,
the
Fab can rhyme though. Fab can rhyme. He
Yeah.
just can't put together a full album like that. A cohesive album that you be like, yo, I want to rock and listen to that.
I gotta listen to this from front to back.
Can't do it.
5 years
After-
later.
It was so bad. Maybe his first complete album, in my opinion, potentially, and it's not even that good, is that Freddie versus Jason album with Jadakiss. And that's a duo album. You're dealing with Jada there at that point.
Yeah,
Also,
see, Loso's Way was fun. But look, listen, I just got sent a photo of this is random. Because speaking of toxic, Puff Daddy sitting with some crystals, some amethyst at that.
I'm sorry, what now?
What?
He is
Put
He got
it in the chat. Put it into
some
the.
crystals.
Oh, it's too late.
Nigga,
Is this right now? Hold on. This
Yeah, I seen that, but I didn't know if that was real or not.
Send it to me. Send it to me. We got to put that up on the big screen, and we just gonna go into the Diddy now.
I'm like, great, because I literally
Go ahead, Stacey. Go ahead,
I've been
Stacey. We're
listed
going to
as
Diddy. Go.
again. Okay. Diddy has been accused of sexual harassment and assault by a producer.
Hold on, Paul Stacey. Remember on y'all remember on the Boondocks? He's like, Gangsta List is shot again.
Again. Yeah, so
that's how
like,
you were saying that, like,
like Diddy again. So yeah, Diddy, as my grandmother used to call him, Sean Poop Daddy Combs, has been accused of sexual harassment and assault by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who worked on his Love album. Now, I want to read a lot of this because I couldn't just copy and paste like one sentence. I'm like, no, they need to know more. So the producer, Lil Rod Jones, says in the lawsuit that he lived and traveled with Combs from September of 22 to November of 23, during which time he recorded hours of video and audio of Combs, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. Among the allegations is that Combs forced Jones to procure sex workers and pressured him to engage in unwelcome sex acts with them and others, and that Combs gave laced alcoholic beverages to people who attended parties at his homes. The lawsuit includes what it says are screenshots from gatherings hosted at Combs' homes that included underage girls and sex workers, some of whom, he said, were provided drinks that had been laced with drugs at Combs' direction. Now, Daryl, this is where it gets fun, because if we remember when Cassie sued or went after Diddy, she didn't sue him. She sued the company, right? And that's how, like, because could be considered an employee. So that's how she was able to do that. So the suit, which was filed in U.S. District Court of Southern District of New York, also names Combs' adult son, Justin, his chief of staff, Christina Croman, Universal Music CEO, Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown CEO, Ethiopia, Hab Tamariam as defendants. Jones says in a lawsuit that Grange, Hattemariam, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group effectively worked together with Combs in a RICO enterprise that failed to adequately monitor, warn, and supervise the actions of Combs, his son, and his chief of staff. A RICO enterprise, for those that don't know, is any individuals or organizations that act together to violate the Racketeer, Influenced, and Corruptions Organizations Act.
God damn.
Ask me how much he is suing Diddy for.
How much?
$30 million.
Damn, dude.
Because that's what he gave Cassie, right? When he settled.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know what that dollar amount is. I don't think I've ever.
I don't know. I thought he gave a 30. I don't
know. I don't know if it was disclosed or not.
I want to shout out to Tony Smith, who said he just came on the live stream. I'm just subscribed. I'll be checking y'all out. Shout out to you, Tony. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Steve.
Keep going. I just want to get shout out to the listeners. Keep going.
Right. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So Diddy again. This is a lot. But
hold on. I would like to go to the top right of my screen. Sleepy, who was a Diddy apologist until the last few weeks, until he's always say I was hating, all these different things. I would like to let him go first.
I'm listening.
All right. Diddy apologist is a bit much because I never said anything about these allegations. When you
no, this is pre-allegations though, y'all. This is pre-allegations.
You used to just hate on Diddy just to hate on Diddy.
I said it was something about this Negro that y'all Negroes wasn't getting. That's what I always
like this nigga ain't that magical.
Does he not know that Diddy is poison? Nobody told you that Diddy is poison?
Listen, let me speak.
Okay.
Listen, all I know is what I know from what I've been told from the moment I touched down in this city. And it ain't ever been nothing.
Yeah. Listen,
right.
I grew up a Bad Boy fan.
Yep.
So I've been rocking. I was rocking with Diddy for a long time. I purged all my Diddy music. We discussed this already, Daryl. I purged it all. He get the R. Kelly treatment now. I had to take Diddy out the rotation.
I respect it.
It's because messing with women like that though, and underage and sex trafficking and the things that he's allegedly done. I'm gonna say allegedly. That's a lot.
I can confirm to you it was true.
I've already purged the music. I ain't got to confirm it. I've already gotten rid of it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna play a couple of songs from Last Train to Paris a few more times, and then I'm like you. I'll purge.
Okay, so let me say this, because the only Diddy song that I've ever really liked was Last Night with him and Keisha.
Yeah, with Keisha Cole.
That's
man,
that's my jam, and I sing loud and off key just like she does. So we are twin flames in that, right? Like every note that she ain't hitting, I'm not hitting it either, bitch. We together.
If I don't do it.
We are harmonizing with these bad notes. And when I find, so now I can't, if I got to stop listening to that, I just got to, Alicia Keys.
Man, that was like one of my favorite karaoke songs.
Damn, did he? Dog, you don't got to understand. Hey, dog, we discussed this on our podcast. If a song came on, I gave it 30 seconds. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let this one ride.
It was Satisfy You.
Satisfy You came on, bro.
It was a double entendre because it was R. Kelly too.
Satisfy You came on.
I Need a Girl.
No, Satisfy You.
Oh man.
No.
Which one? Part 1 or part 2?
I'm thinking about doing like, so if you do a Diddy purge, right? So I mean, so
That's a lot
I'm
of
not letting
music.
go of the
that's a
joint
lot
with
of music.
Twister.
So I think because
I'm not
okay,
letting
so
go of the joint with Twister.
let's go back to the Roberto Kelly purge with that, and even in the group, the decision was we won't promote any solo things that he had going on. But as far as like if he wrote it or if he produced it,
I kept the songs that he wrote.
like it was just like to that we just like you can't
Mary J's and Jodeci.
Well, it's like, okay, so here's the thing where it gets tricky. And so after watching Surviving R. Kelly, so you are not alone. Knowing that what we know now, I just be like, oh shit, like I can't even play that because I know that like he sent that to that girl and she was like 17 and she had that abortion or miscarriage or something, on top of knowingly giving hoes herpes. Like that's just wild to me. Come on, fam. Like that one weird. Like that one's just different because
it's well.
And I was like, and what's the one song with him in Fiesta that they said that was filmed on Epstein's Island?
Stop that, man.
I didn't say that. That's what the internet said. I didn't say that.
Internet be saying anything, dog. Wait a minute.
That was in Miami.
They do, but sometimes a lot of times when it comes to nigga shit and nigga math, the internet don't be lying.
Internet be, I want to address this comment here. Shout out to you, Keontae. You're very active, and I appreciate you in the comment section of the group. I don't really have to worry about Diddy too much because he didn't really do all the stuff that he claimed he did anyway. So I don't have to really cancel too much out of my music.
So that's what I'm sitting here trying to figure out. Like that was my whole point, right?
I don't have to
trying to figure out what are Diddy songs. Like if I'm going to cleanse the library, what is a Diddy song? So like I'm thinking about Last Night. I do love that song, and I'm thinking like, okay, well I Need a Girl. Which is that
Ooh.
so
I Need a
Girl. I Need a Girl was hard.
I don't consider that a Diddy song.
But see, here's the weird thing for me, where it gets. Y'all gonna cuss me out. I love Last Train to Paris, my nigga. Like, there's a song called. It's like I Hate That You Love Me, and the chords on that, like the piano that kicks in, I will play that first.
Diddy didn't produce it though. Diddy didn't produce none of that stuff though. You're okay.
I know, but still, it's him talking.
But I get what he's saying.
If he wasn't talking,
This last Diddy album was nice, bruh. The last album was
okay.
Nice.
It was okay. I've been saying it's okay.
It's hard. It does. It's hard when you.
God damn, Diddy.
Separating the artists from their work is hard. And it's weird to say every situation is different. Like, I'm a huge Brian McKnight fan. I love Brian McKnight. And
we just talked about that, Dom. We just talked about that.
We talked about that. And while what he has done or is doing is not as egregious as these other things, his man is basically saying, "Fuck them kids." Like,
fuck them kids.
Right? I'm like, dude.
And it's like, and
you just gonna name your.
Like, so with that, it's like, and then it's also the fact that he just kind of keeps doubling down on it. Like
this my oldest boy, but I don't fuck with him. So this my oldest boy, the new baby.
You almost think like he's in the sunken place and he hasn't made it out.
I'm like, what's happening with him? So that hurts.
It's weird.
Like, I listened to Brian McKnight Pandora say I love so many of his songs. So the idea of like, and I've been wanting to see him in concert forever. So
really?
It's like, do I go?
Sleeping.
Like, do I go? Do I not go?
And you know what?
Okay.
I'm holding on to one Brian McKnight song just because it puts me in a good space. At Christmas time, I like Let It Snow, but the rest of the songs they gone, bro.
Okay, so Clint said this. And we went back and forth
Can't
about
this. Can't do it. He got some hits though. Brian McKnight got hits.
He got some hits, but I was listening to Brian McKnight like every day.
He got a song with Kobe, right?
I literally listen to Brian McKnight all the time. If I go to Pandora right now,
she put B.
Right.
Like on random Tuesdays, you be listening to Brian McKnight.
Albums are fire. Those first three Brian McKnight
he's right there. Like he's right underneath Hip Hop Barbecue Radio. It's Brian McKnight Radio.
Okay, so that's probably how y'all feel, right? Separating. We've talked about this D on our podcast. Mm-hmm. A lot of people hate Chris Brown. I don't hate Chris Brown. He's my favorite
great. Y'all are great
Another one.
seguers, man. This is awesome.
Bruh.
I ain't got a segue. This is
I
awesome.
also do not hate Chris Brown.
It's crazy because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm going
Here we
going to the
go,
concert.
here
I
we
ain't going
go.
to see Usher. You know, I'm not. I saw Usher in his
All
residency.
team Usher 100%, but I don't hate Chris Brown.
And I've seen Usher in concert like so many times throughout my life, and I've only seen Chris Brown a couple times. I said, "Oh shit, it's up! I'm going to this 11/11 tour. Can't wait." Especially because this nigga is singing "You Ain't Your Man Ain't Me." Shit. On that first album, stop tripping.
Here's the thing with Chris Brown, right? Let me back up. So Chris Brown, I've said on this podcast several times, Chris Brown isn't allowed to go places. And a lot of places he can't go. And including, so he's on tour and he'll be in Dallas. And the Dallas Observer, which is an alternative paper here. So in St. Louis, it's the Riverfront Times. In New York, it's the Village Voice. So things like that. So they made a whole Instagram post about him the other day. And the picture, the first picture is Chris Brown's new tour stops in Fort Worth this summer. Here's why you shouldn't go.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I'm not making. Go to the Dallas Observer's Instagram page and you'll find it. Then you slide and you go to the next one, and it said Chris Brown is one of the most prominent R&B artists of the 21st century. ... But he is also an unrepentant domestic abuser. So, what I always say about Chris Brown is, at that time, at the time of everything that happened with him and Rihanna, it was very hard for me to judge him. And the reason for that is, and Lord help me, I am a woman, I'm a feminist, I love women, okay, I don't hate my sisters, but I say we don't know what happened in that car. That does not mean that it was okay for him to hit her.
Right.
That is not what I said. We don't know what happened in that car. And when I think about his age at that time, and I think about myself, my freshman year of high school, a male friend and I had a fight in the cafeteria, right? We ended up getting suspended for 10 days. We ain't had nothing to do at home, but we sat and talked to each other because, I mean, we was, in trouble. Like, so that was it. But I had a black eye from like the fight, but I'm also pale as hell, right? Like, but if you tell somebody that they're like, oh man, he hit Stacey, he gave Stacey a black eye. He's a woman beater, blah, he hit a girl. But that's, again, there was something else that was like, it was a fight. Like, honestly, I hit him first. So we don't know what happened. Again, not saying that he should have hit me back. I'm not saying any of that. But that male friend of mine from that time is one of my closest friends today. And how he lived his life after that incident is what takes the man that he is today. Chris Brown, again, we don't know what happened. I'm not saying he should have hit her. It did happen. The way that he has lived his life every day since that incident is why people are judging him. You didn't spend, what did I say before? Sit your ass down. I wish OJ would have sat down, just like Chris Brown should have said. Sometimes you need to go sit your ass down somewhere. He could have continued to make music. I mean, I know there was the ban from him being able to attend award ceremony, all those things. But during that time, when you can't do those things, that's your time really to reflect and figure out whatever the fuck it is you got to figure out so we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. And the problem is that, and I'm not going to say he's unrepentant about what happened with him and Rihanna. I don't believe that. But what I do believe is that because he's still selling millions, sold out concerts, etc., he doesn't necessarily feel like he has to answer for anything, and he likes to, he loves to say, y'all are still mad at me for something I did when I was a kid. We're not mad at you because of something you did as a kid. It just feels like you didn't learn anything from it. Like nothing good has happened since then. Right. Like, so the idea that the Dallas Observer made that about him is petty as fuck. But I appreciate pettiness.
They got a point. Shit.
But ultimately, I'm gonna hop in because I'm gonna have to hop out soon. I was like, when Daryl and I dissected this situation, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's the after events that continue to happen, and outside of us saying that he needs to have a conversation with a Bobby Brown, I was open and honest when I said that I felt when the Rihanna incident happened, the court not only failed him but his family, right? Because he was so young. So there was an opportunity, instead of making him do community service, where he should have been going to therapy. Like he needed rehabilitation because he also has a history, you know, like of upbringing. His mom was abused. Rihanna's, you know, parent, her daddy was abusive to them. So like they have this relationship with this unhealthy relationship with abuse. And you put two people together, sometimes you can get, you know, something great because you understand. And then sometimes you get
you trauma bond, and that's what happened.
And so unfortunately for Chris Brown, like you said, because there's people that want to date him and that want to be him, they see him as the star, and whether they use him or not, and you know, his other relationships, he does not see what he did wrong. And so that's why he needs to chill out and take, you know, go to therapy. Because you're saying that your kid saved you. Well, that should not be on your kids, you know, if we're quite honest. That's a you thing. So I
if anything, your kid, your child saving you is because you now have this child, you know that you need to go get help and you need to go to therapy. That for me, if I say my child saved me, it's like that my child made me realize I'm going to need help in order to be a mother or a father, you know, whatever, to this child. Like that's how that goes. I like his first album. I like the, you know, I like the song With You and Damage and I Don't Know Your Name, but Excuse Me, Bitch. I love that song. I love all those songs, but
I don't think those are the words.
Wait, whoa. Did you say it? What, how the song go?
Sing it again.
I don't know your name, but excuse me, bitch. I seen you from.
That's not the lyrics.
That's the lyrics.
Just like, hold on, just like somebody put up in the group to was it yesterday with the brownstone thing, talking about truth over dick, and it's dare.
It's dare.
Now that's the whole thing now too. You can't do that on If You Love Me. That's a whole thing going on. These young folks then re-AI'd it for her to say dick instead of dare. Y'all little kids are horrible, man. Like straight up.
I will just say, like, ultimately, I think, you know, and as somebody that is a fan of Chris Brown, and I really believe that he has to just take a moment and like change that circle up and really sit, like you said, and reflect, because it's like ultimately we're gonna keep having this conversation. Because shit, when was that? That was like in 2000. I was in college when that happened, because I remember doing a news story about domestic violence and abuse and all of that. So we've been almost 20 years removed away from the situation. Yeah. And it's like it's still a thing because it's the aftermath, like, you know, and knowing having proper media training and having a publicist that's really going to advocate for you. You know, when they ask you questions that, like on Good Morning America, you should have got up and walked out. You should not have thrown a chair at the window.
He needed anger management.
Yeah, so there were so many things, which is why I circle back to saying how so many people around him failed him, because he was, you know, I'm not gonna say, somebody said something very interesting, and said that we're not saying that Chris Brown and Usher, we're not trying to compare the two, but it's like in the recent, you know, past 10 years or so, Chris Brown has a better catalog than Usher at that time for Usher's period. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to you know, an interesting take on that, because Chris Brown does have hits. And so I think Chris Brown has to really sit down and have a conversation with himself. What is it that you want? And what is it that you want from us?
What do you want from us? Real quick, I don't know who's watching us, and they have to be on YouTube. But Maurice Holder _LA, if you don't find you some business.
So what happened? What happened?
Can you see all of these? These are likes on my page.
Girl, be happy that somebody like you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, big dog.
Look, that ain't on you. That's somebody on Facebook. Because that means if there's a Facebook likes, because you don't have
these are Instagram likes.
They went to her IG.
They found you.
Yeah.
Girl, they found you.
Man, look, I don't even know. Hey, Stacey, I'm almost going allegedly.
Mhm.
That's what I said. Allegedly.
Oh man. Hold on.
All right, y'all. I gotta
Oh,
hop
no.
out of here. So
Man,
I
shout out to
appreciate
you,
y'all for
Dom,
having
man.
me here,
We
and
gonna
I
finish-
definitely want to come back and talk some R&B stuff because it was that rap stuff I didn't know too much about. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I was too young.
Come back.
Yeah, let's talk about Bobby Brown or something.
Yeah.
Holla back down.
We can always talk about the king.
Hey, look, we got one more topic. Kanye West's daughter is dropping a new album called The Elementary Dropout.
Elementary school.
Elementary dropout?
Elementary school dropout.
Stop playing, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that, Sleep?
Nah, I didn't.
So she just was at whatever thing she just was at, and she announced that she was dropping her album.
That's awesome.
So right now she's featured on Talking, which is Kanye's album. The album is Vultures. She's featured on Talking. That debuted at number 30 on the Hot 100. And so that Hot 100 entry made her one of the youngest artists to ever appear on the chart, as well as the emerging artist tally. So she's on Billboard.
So my question is Mike not in that? Is Mike Jackson not one of the youngest?
It said one of the youngest. So
okay.
It said one of the youngest artists to ever appear. Well, how old is North?
By 11, 12.
She's the same age as my daughter, 10. She's 10.
She's 10 years old? Wow.
Yeah, her and North, I'll never forget that I was going through my thing to have my daughter, and same thing in Northwest at the same time. Now my daughter don't be just saying ridiculous stuff like she do either, though. My daughter's a little bit more trained within her confines because of her father.
Don't do that, man. Don't be like that. That's a child, man.
That is a child. I'm sorry, Northwest. I was talking about your father. I really wanted to segue to talk about your father. So it has nothing to do with you.
Right. She is, well, like I said, she's one of the youngest. The actual youngest was somebody who was like some French person that was 5. And then the youngest soloist to top the list is Stevie Wonder with Fingertips Part 2 at age 13.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so
that's
to top the
we just learned something.
Yeah.
Young niggas getting them out of here. Take that, Sammy Davis. Get out of here, Nat King Cole.
Hey, y'all silly, man.
So I think that it's just a play on the word. Some people are like, "Oh wow, he's dropping out of school." I'm gonna bump for Kanye West with this. I know this sounds crazy for me to say this. I think it's just a play on words for this of just saying like, "Oh, the college dropout, the elementary school dropout."
It's an homage. That's all it is just an homage to her dad. That's absolutely all it is. And North is Kanye's twin. North is always doing. First off, I love Northwest because she is not here for Kim Kardashian. And that tickles the hell out of me. Like, North is not here for Kim and her shit. And I appreciate that 10-year-old girl for it. Like, yes, let your mama have it. 2, she's very much like him. And like a lot of most pictures that get shown of her, like she's wearing something that was his or things like that. So even her verse that she has on Talking is so age appropriate. Like it is extremely what you would expect a 10-year-old to do on a track if you let her. So if she's able to continue to just make stuff like that, I mean, she's having fun.
Yeah.
Like
let the kid be a kid.
And she's spending time with her dad. Like that's it. And again, she's not like I said, the lyrics on her thing was nothing. Like it's your bestie, Northwestie, like. Oh, I'm offended. Nah,
but you want her spinning the block with chocolates?
Yeah, like she's all good. Like leave her alone. Leave North alone. She's fine. She's like fully dressed not doing whatever it is that we hate the kids do these days. And she made a song. Well, like I said, she has a little lyric and she's working on an album. Little Van ain't here to play and was playing outside every day, and y'all wasn't mad at her.
Nah, I think it's beautiful that she's able to take her creativity because she has that outlet through her father to create. We want our kids to create and to be involved in things, and more power to her.
Yeah. Some of y'all need to encourage your kids to do something other than whatever the hell you got them doing. Not a damn thing.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I mean, and look, Kanye. First of all, he needs a lining too. I've seen a lot of videos in him recently. I feel like he needs a lining, like a beer lining.
He don't care about that no more. Kanye, he just living.
Have you seen him as a whole? You think he worried about that beer?
Oh yeah, billionaire Kanye don't care about nothing.
He don't care about nothing.
He's not a billionaire no more. He's not a billionaire no more.
Okay, millionaire Kanye.
Even still, like Kanye stopped giving a fuck a long time
When
ago.
you got that kind of bread, you ain't worried about no lining.
He stopped caring a very long time ago about how.
That's true. I mean, that's true. That's true.
And he's walking around with this wife, and I don't know if it's in the prenup that she can't wear clothes. I'm not sure, but I really just want his wife to put on a pair of pants or a slip or a raincoat or something. Like
as long as she put on shoes, I'm good. She don't be having no shoes on. That bothers me.
They're legit just walking around butt naked with a yoga mat, just carrying it, and it's like, what's happening here?
Man, Kanye okay? Living like a real
blink
comic
twice
book.
If you need help, girl. Like, you know, I know you one of the others, but you still a woman, so like, blink twice. Because I'm worried about you.
It's the barefoot for me. She can wear what she want to wear. She don't wear shoes though. The ground is dirty. Put on some shoes.
I don't think she's allowed to. Like I feel like, I mean, if she is willingly doing this, he found the right one. But there is something I don't know. I don't know.
What we always say, girl, love is love. It's somebody for everybody.
Somebody for everybody.
Love is love.
He found his one. Or he found love again. How about that? There you go.
I can't wait to read her autobiography, her memoir, The Life of Time.
So I want to go back to a previous comment as we wrap up, and it's something so they misspelled some stuff, but it's fine. Did y'all see the stuff that Easy Mo B said about Flavor in Your Ear? Yes. That is a big thing. How Flavor in Your Ear got stolen from Easy Mo B.
Whoa!
Wait! I think
the remix. He had the whole thing.
Wait! No, I did see that.
Yeah. Wait.
But I didn't remember the name of the person. I do remember seeing.
Easy Mo B did more than like 70% of Biggie's first album.
Yeah,
he produced it. He produced 30-40% of Me Against the World from Pac. Easy Mo B he produced a majority of Miles Davis's last jazz album. So
now
he goes on
that I did not know. You just put me on some game. I didn't know about the Miles Davis joint.
Yeah, the last Miles Davis album, Easy Mo B produced it. You know, he was trying to get hip hop a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's still jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's Easy Mo B kind of, you know, spiced it up for like a new generation.
He put a little razzle dazzle on it. Little razzle.
Yeah. So the story goes, I wish I would have pulled out this clip. The person commenting, I'm sorry. I
just pulled up the article on Hip Hop DX. Like, so I know I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I found it. But no, go ahead, Derek. Like I found.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He basically says he produced Flavor in Your the original with Craig Mack. Right. So like, yo, we're gonna do a remix. We're gonna have Rampage on it, Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J. We're gonna put Biggie on there too. Can you change it up just a little bit though and send it back to me, and then we're gonna re-release it.
Yeah.
So Easy Mo B does all that, sends it back. He gets the credits back, and no, the album the song comes out as a single. On the back, it says Easy Mo producers, Easy Mo B, Sean Diddy, Puffy at that time, Puffy Combs, and Chucky Thompson.
So
as producers.
Puffy, Chucky, Easy Mo B. Easy Mo B is
the producer of the beat that he only tweaked a little bit. So like, how much did y'all two other Negroes do? Period. Y'all basically just tweaked the beat a little bit. So what did the other two people even get credit for? Period.
That's correct. Okay, so listen, I admit Diddy a horrible person. Okay, all right.
He's poison.
I fucking admit it. God.
Shout out to Moranzio. Moranzio told us this 20 years ago.
Shout out to Moranzio Vance. That's my G, man.
Moranzio Vance. He told
Diddy trash. All right, Dale, you got it. You got it on tape. Diddy trash.
But no, but that one was that was. But think about how many other beats from all the hitmen, all the other producers that was around him, where he just throw himself on there.
He ain't the only person that do this though, man. You'll be a fool if you don't think Dre was doing Scott Storch like this.
Dre was doing that with Scott Storch.
But if you don't think Dre was doing Scott Storch like this,
but Scott Storch got paid off this shit though. He got points though still.
Well, that's good.
Taking points away. I literally made the whole beat and I just sent it and I remixed it and sent it back to you and you put your name on it. That's different than like when Dre come in and like put some pianos on it or do something, put some drum beats on it. I get that. But I literally did everything and y'all just threw two random people on my points.
Yeah,
that's why the track masters left.
Yep.
did their own thing.
Yeah, so Moby says, he said, I was like, wait a minute, you didn't do anything on the record. And Chucky Thompson, he kind of sat there and watched me do the remix in Sound on Sound Studios because I didn't go along with the management thing. Now my credit is getting taken. He said then he confronted Diddy over the production credits. He said, I went up there with my manager and spoke to him about it. I told him, yo, do me a favor, man. Don't do that again. I don't like that. From that point on, I think that's where the relationship changed over there. My relationships, period, started to change. I noticed that certain people wouldn't deal with me. I'd heard about blackballing and basically he feels like he was blackballed.
Damn, Diddy got that nigga out of there.
But hey, shout out to
the person who was just on the screen. This is your conscience. So this is your conscience. When I was looking, I kept on looking at that picture, like the avatar, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And it is that where Jamie Foxx was heckling that other comedian.
This is your conscience. Yeah. At the Shack
so simply put, if you've been watching this, you've been kind of seeing me just staring at the computer kind of like this. It's because I have been staring and trying to figure out
what the icon was.
Like, where do I know this scene from? And I couldn't make it bigger, right? I wasn't going to get up like this. So I'm like, what do I like? And I just kept on. And even This Is Your Conscience, that wasn't clicking. But I'm like, when I look, I'm like, who is that dude? I'm like, that's the dude that Jamie Foxx was fucking with. Oh, and Jamie said, this is your... So kudos to you, sir.
Well fucking played. That's
very well played. And then there's also my posse on Broadway with Sir Mix-a-Lot. So also, sir, kudos to you.
Yeah, ma'am. He said, hey, you know the game.
Hey, write this hashtag, Stace be knowing.
Yeah. Stace be knowing.
Stace be knowing.
Man, dude, this was super awesome, man. Maybe we gotta do it live once a month though, and we do a regular recording. Sometimes we don't want to record in front of y'all just because we just don't want to. And it's mostly because I got to do 15 things at one time. Trying to do all this at one time. To be honest with you,
I be yelling at my son. I be yelling
because I know normally we don't record on weekends and stuff like that, but officially, I will be in St. Louis, Missouri.
We'll make that happen. We're gonna make that happen. I'll be there. You're gonna do the tour run. You're gonna do the tour run. You remember, when somebody like is doing an album release and they do all the different shows.
Yeah.
That's it. So the only
media run. There you go.
Yeah. So I'm coming to town. My one of my nephews is graduating. Well, yeah, I guess my last nephew. Yeah, so my last nephew is graduating from high school. So I'm coming to town for that, and I'll be there for a few days. My mama got me to hook up on some hotel points. So
dope. Okay.
What's the date?
What's the date?
I'll be in town. I think I'm gonna come late on that Thursday, the 16th. So I'll say this: regardless, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be in town. If I come late Wednesday, if I come Thursday, all depends on how many points my mom got for my hotel room. That's what like that's who's paying for that. So like, like I'm trying to, like, if she got enough points for 4 days, cool. If she got enough points for 5, all right. But if it's only 4, y'all better figure it out during the 4, because I'm not paying bench. Like that was the agreement. I'm like, she's doing that. So but I'll be there and we will make some shape.
Yeah, slide over to Just Posted. We'd love to have you. Come through.
Look, hey man, thank y'all for like everybody on YouTube, everybody at Facebook group. Make you tap in. I don't listen to 90s music. Come in, like and subscribe. Sleepy, where can people get you at? We'll Just Posted. Let everybody know where they can hit you up at.
All right, you can holler at us on Instagram, Just Posted Podcast. You can check me out on my Instagram, GOTTAGO2SLEEP. Same thing on X with a little underscore. We're not gonna get into why. It's a long story. No, seriously. Check us out. We are very we this close to getting paid to be on YouTube. So like, slide over to Just Posted. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all having me on. I had a great time. Thank you much.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank y'all. Period, man. Scott, where can people hit you up at, man?
Man, hit me up everywhere, cool ass Scott, but mainly I just be living in the group. that's my community that I live in.
Look, shout out to I finally didn't decipher myself. We're on TikTok now. So I've been putting up all y'all videos for all these shows.
What? We on TikTok.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel sleazy when I post it too. Cause I be like, I just do my like clip run. I'm just putting up clips from the show, and I be tagging Stacy in it, and she don't even have her own login no more, so it don't even matter that I tag Stacy.
No. So all right, there is. These Stacey Adams on TikTok and Stacey Adams are both me. The regular Stacey Adams one, I can get into it. So, and nobody at TikTok will help me. And I think it's because they know
I'm on TikTok. I just be watching videos that my wife sends.
So these Stacey Adams, I'll fix it. But
Keontae says I'm gonna see y'all niggas in the group.
That's it. So,
that's where I be at.
Yeah, that's it. Like Scott posts all night in the group, and I'm usually the first person to comment because I'm up all night too.
Yeah,
like I slept in the 90s.
So I need to get your other TikTok. So you haven't been getting none of the tags in TikTok, huh?
If you've only been tagging Stacey Adams, no. Like I'm not getting them because I can't get into that account. But that's all right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make some shake right now. Watch this.
I can rechange all them tags real fast.
Hey, if you make me a TikTok, you can manage it. I ain't gonna do it.
No, I'm not managing nobody's TikTok. I'm not doing that.
I'm like, I'll manage your TikTok, but it's gonna cost you.
I gotta pay you, and it's
gonna cost you. I'm like, like my starting rate is 15.
Do you not see me sitting in the dark? I'm in the dark. On my bed.
Well, yeah, it's all right. Like, yeah,
broke boy. Yeah, that's me.
Like, please note this. Yeah, starting prices for social screens, community management, and social media management services is $1,500 a month. Start.
This is why I never hit you up, Stacey.
Yeah,
1,500 done.
What's very funny is a lot of people to be like, "Oh, Stacey, I'm gonna work." I'm like, "Okay, well, we start at 15, 150 consultation." Oh,
yep. Yeah, you ain't serious then. You're not serious.
I'm like, and it's one of those you don't want to break out the credentials, but it's like,
oh, you cold as hell. You cold at what you do. Absolutely.
Don't get it twisted.
Hey, she frosty in the motherfucker. She cold.
Do not get it twisted. Like, no, like the
young kids say she no business.
Like I said, I'll say my cockiness about my work is well founded. Like it's documented. It is. I got receipts to back it up.
Hey, listen. Let me say this right now. Let me give you your flowers. You cold as hell. And like seriously, like you dope. There's no when Daryl actually start paying me in Doja, we'll start paying you.
That is like we need more subscribers, people, so we can get monetized. And I got I got wings I gotta buy. Lipstick I gotta get. All kinds. It's all. I need money for that. Those things like lipstick isn't free unless there's someone out there.
It costs nothing for you to subscribe to none of the shows. Period. Doesn't cost you anything.
Just smash that like button.
Oh yeah. And seriously, even if you just pop onto a podcast and drop a comment, that all helps with the algorithms. We appreciate whatever y'all do. Real talk.
All right. Well, thank y'all for listening as always, and we will see y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.